Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. And it's still early in the year, and already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. Take a look at the Magic. They've climbed all the way up to the second spot.
And right now for Miami,
they've had a rocky start to the season, moving down a little here in the middle of the rankings. Hopefully they can make some corrections here and get this thing moving.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Then there's Risa Shea. Then there's Jokic Jonas. And for Miami, the post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Beasley is out there with Morant. And it's Alexander Walker in at the three. It'll be the Hawks off the tip. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, that means just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Morant passes to Ware, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Now you see here just how good Morant is at spotting openings, then moving the ball into them.
Here's Jokic Jonas. Risa Shea with it to the inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Morant surveying the D. Beasley with a clean look. Kept alive. And it's Adebayo in the corner. 6 to shoot. Pass to Alexander Walker. No good on the triple. And the Hawks with the possession. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team. Okongwu down low. He's defended by Ware. Good. Okongwu's now got his second basket of the night.
Sometimes Okongwu can finesse his way around you in tight. He's got nice touch around the bucket.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Adebayo the screen. Driving in. Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And the dunk by Risa Shea.
Yeah, if you give Risa Shea a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Kicks it out to Beasley. Swiped away. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Back to Johnson. Right at the free throw line. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
And here's Morant. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Deep, Adebayo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Look at the range from Adebayo. Confident stroke.
And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
Well, Morant knows his teammates rely on him to find them. Terrific pass right there.
Here's Jokic Jonas. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Inside, here's Okongwu.
Well, with that explosive leaping ability, Okongwu is someone who spaces the floor vertically.
And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. The Hawks leading by 6. Pass to Jonas. Johnson with a screen on Adebayo. And slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Now Morant. Nothing on the board. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Riziche. Here's Jonas. Nailed from three-point land. Jonas has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Hawks. The Heat trail by 9. Now here's Morant. Alexander Walker on the wing. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists now tonight.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Riziche. To the paint. Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
It's Morant with the drop. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, Morant's got to get himself in that dunk contest. I mean, look at that.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. Great showing for him last season. And he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man. The Hawks leading by 6. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Heat third.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's Jonas. He has 6. And here is Okongwu. No good on the 3. Adebayo against Johnson. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
So it's the Hawks now, after the Heat pick up 2. Here's Riziche. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Riziche's got 5.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 5. It's Beasley on the wing. Pass to Adebayo. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Morant. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 6 points for him.
That's Ja Morant understanding his job. He knew exactly where the clock was.
Lets the three fly, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. The Heat trail by 5. Alexander Walker with the ball. Beasley outside. And it's Ware in the corner. Now Reza Shea. Pass to Okongwu. Okongwu was screened. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, if you don't put a body on Okongwu, you're asking for trouble.
And here's Morant. He's got 6. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. No good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. They lead by 7. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And what an outstanding win it was. I mean, to get it the way they did in overtime made it that much sweeter.
What I love is that they never gave up on themselves. From the start of that game, they believed in their ability to win.
Now here's Morant. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 3 assists now in this one. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so it's Atlanta with it. 4-point game. And the call will be against Khalil Ware. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Here's Newell. He's another guy who had a stellar performance in that win against Indiana. Reza Shea wide open. His three-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Adebayo deciding where to go with it. Where? And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And it is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Now here's Morant. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Caruso. Offline with his 3. The Hawks leading by 4. Reza Shea with it. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. The 3. And it's Morant with the rebound. Reza Shea's gone 1 of 4 from distance. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. Bam Adebayo is now the Heat's all-time leader in double-doubles. Bam said, I want to be number 1 in some, if not all of these categories. I just have to keep improving and keep chipping away. And then it's just focusing on getting these wins. Kevin, back over to you.
Good priority. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report.
A catch-and-shoot specialist, Reza Shea, thrives in that role.
Here's Morant. Pass to Caruso. Now here's Adebayo. And he's good on the 3-ball. Adebayo's got 6.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Just and multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender, all right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Morant outside. Pass to Larson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Atlanta leading by 7. 29 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Newell, guarded by Morant. Newell, good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now Morant. He's got 9. Pass to Caruso. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Atlanta. They're up by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on and find those quality looks.
Aaron Gordon out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Sanders. It's Najee in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Newell.
Whoa! Gracious. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against New York.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude. Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
The Hawks leading by 4. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Knocked loose. And it's the Heat on the break. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Newell.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
The Heat making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Here's Krejci. 5 points in the game. Oh, that's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Number 16. Number 16.
Here's Jovic. Trains it from beyond the arc. Jovic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you can see Jovic is a very smart offensive player, one who understands when to fire off the catch.
And is out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Sanders passes to Alexander Walker. Misses in close. The Hawks leading by 4. On the wing, Johnson. Defended by Caruso. 3-pointer. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Entering the league as a teenager back in 2022, Nikola Jovic has made serious strides and is coming into his own.
And he's good on the first of 3. Stan, when you have these back-to-back games, it must force you to alter your approach a little.
Well, Kevin, you got to manage minutes more carefully to not burn guys out. But really, if you can get the first one, it takes a little pressure off the back end.
And he nails the 3rd.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Pass to Sanders. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. To the middle, here's Johnson. Jacks up a 3. Here's Jonas. Here's Newell. Connects from 3-point range. Newell's got 7 points in the game.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Here's Alexander Walker. Good, nice job down low.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Hawks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he knocks down the first one.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Good on both. Here's Caruso. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Thursday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. And then on Saturday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
To the middle. Alexander Walker with the ball. He's coming off a 19-point game against New York. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Atlanta with it. Here's Jonas. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jonas has got the lead up to 11 now for Atlanta. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And some changes here for the Heat. Khalil Ware's checked in for Najee. Malik Beasley comes in for Alex Caruso. And it's John Morant in for Sanders. Beasley outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Atlanta. They're on a 15-5 run. On the wing, and Atlanta again with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now, Alexander Walker. He's got 10. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And that one, good. He's got 8.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Heat trail by 15. Ball stolen. To the paint. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Morant outside. And it's Ware in the corner. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 6 assists now in the game.
Unselfish play by Morant. He's all for finding the available perimeter shooter.
Pass to Jonas. It's Okongwu, high post.
Well, the defense has to know Okongwu isn't going to back off them. He's ready to get physical inside.
The Hawks have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. That free throw, no good. And the Hawks making a change here. Risacher checked in. And he's good on the second. The Heat trail by 15. Beasley outside. And stolen by Okongwu. Johnson with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Pass to Okongwu. Kicks it out to Johnson. From past the arc. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, he's an above-the-rim athlete. Gordon on the attack.
So it's Atlanta now. Johnson outside. Here's Risacher. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Risacher's got 10.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. And Morant's got the ball here for Miami. Down by 15. In the corner, it's Gordon. That 3 off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Okongwu. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. 11 points for Onyeka Okongwu.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Jonas. Now, here's Okongwu. He's guarded by Adebayo. Risacher in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 13.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Morant kicks to Gordon. Beasley outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. Beasley the screen. Up the run. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
So, Stan, let me pose this question. What do you think is the most important thing to stress in youth basketball?
I think there's 2 things, Kevin, that need to be stressed in youth basketball. The first one is love the game. Make it enjoyable for guys because, look, if kids love it and enjoy it, they'll keep playing it, they'll keep practicing it, and they'll get better. And then the second thing that goes along with that is the fundamentals. You can never do too much work on footwork, ball handling, and things like that.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Yagachonis has got 12.
Well, Okongwu is a very skilled player. A big man that sees over defenders well and delivers quality passes to his teammates.
Morant drives in. Beasley, the pass to Alexander Walker. It's good from long range.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
The Hawks working the ball around. Johnson wide open. He fires. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
That's an assertive play by Johnson. He was really looking to answer that last three.
And Morant throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Alexander Walker passes to Adebayo. Outside Gordon. 5 on the clock. Pass to Beasley. Shoots the 3. Not going to fall. Starting off slow. He misses his first 3 from the floor.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. Ja Morant looking to lead the way. He said, I set the tone. My teammates feed off a bit, and I love to compete. That's how we all grew up, playing on the blacktop outside, competing at a high level when there was no cameras around. Back to you.
He's got that alpha mentality. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. Rebound by the Heat. 1:16 left to play here in the second quarter. Left side, Adebayo. Johnson against Gordon. Adebayo with a screen for Gordon. Back up.
Starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Okongwu. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Heat trail by 13. Gordon inside. The 3 from Morant. And the Heat another 3.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Atlanta's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Here's Rizachet. Okongwu a screen. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. It's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Heat. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. From deep, Johnson. They get it again. Here's Rizachet. That one's off. Still out of sync. You can't get that one to fall. And so it's Atlanta with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out. Fellas, what are the games you're most looking forward to?
I always want to see the best players in the league scrapping the claw, like when it was me against Hakeem or MJ or Tim Duncan or Yao Ming or Alonzo Mourning.
Or Kenny Smith.
How can I forget about you, Kenny? I always did enjoy putting the smack down on you and your team.
Okay, that's enough. I tell you what, I'm most looking forward to the end of this segment. And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Atlanta Hawks.
difference in this game is they're extending possessions.
Yeah, frustrating their opponent with second chance points. That can wear a team down physically and mentally.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Morant. On the court for Atlanta, the small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Jokic Jonas. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. And the 3 off target.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Pass to Reza Shea. Just 5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. The Heat trail by 10. Here's Morant. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Atlanta shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. Back to Johnson. Pass to Jokic Jonas. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Jokic Jonas has got 15 points.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Beasley outside. Morant outside. Johnson with some nice D.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And Stan, we know Jalen Johnson comes from a basketball family.
Well, they did a great job, Kevin, of teaching him the game because Jalen Johnson can really play. And I'm sure everyone in his family is extremely proud of what he's doing in the NBA.
Here's Morant. Morant pulleys his way inside.
And they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
To Reza Shea. The 3-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Adebayo. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
And it's good, 2 points.
Flexing some muscle on that bucket. Johnson doesn't mind getting physical.
Here's Morant. Shot from 6. In the center of things, Morant.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Reza Shea
slams it home with the best of them. Reza Shea with a statement.
The Heat trail by 16. And here's Morant. He's got 18. Pass to Alexander Walker. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game.
Alexander Walker. 1.
The free throw drops for Alexander Walker. The Hawks leading by 13. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Heat have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Morant outside. That one good for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Well, the way that Morant is able to twist and contort through a defense, he is one of a kind in that regard.
Pass to Rizachet. Johnson against Adebayo. Johnson sets the screen for Rizachet. That one drops for him. Johnson's got 15 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Morant outside. Kicks it out to Beasley. Pass to Alexander Walker. And the lead is down inside single digits. Alexander Walker's got 24. Here's Jonas. Covered by Beasley. To the wing right side. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Now here's Morant. He's got 21. Johnson. Pass to Okongwu. Johnson outside. 4 on the shot clock. Off target with his 3. The Heat trail by 9. Morant with it. Outside, Adebayo. Back to Morant. Outside, Adebayo. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Well, clearly Adebayo's feeling very confident firing out there from the perimeter.
Pass to Rizachet. Johnson sets the screen for Rizachet. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Morant. Rebound, Atlanta. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Beyond the arc. And Ware pulls it down. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. 8-point game. Double team on Adebayo. For 3, Beasley. And again, it's Miami with a 3.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Pass to Rizachet. To the right side. Here's Jonas. Covered by Beasley. There's the 3. The shot by Okongwu. No good. Miami's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Here's Alexander Walker. Makes it off the glass. And now just a 3-point Hawks lead.
Well, once he gets a step to the rim like that, it's going to take more of a defensive effort to force the miss.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Checked in for John Morant. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Newell's checked in. And stolen by Caruso. And it's sent back by Okongwu.
Timed it just right. Okongwu with a great block.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And tonight we've also seen a lot of great play from them inside. They've been consistent in terms of attacking the interior of this D.
Second free throw, no good.
Something that that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The Heat have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Now, Alexander Walker. He's got 26. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Caruso for the lead. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Rizachet. 17 points in the game. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Miami, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. Free throw drops for Alexander Walker. And so, Alexander Walker nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Pass to Rizachet. And here is Kispert. Here's Jakob Jonas. Shoots over Alexander Walker.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Right side, Adebayo. Rebound, Atlanta. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Drains the three-pointer. Now it's a 7-point Atlanta lead.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Alexander Walker.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Morant. He's got 21. And Morant throws it down.
Yeah, he's looking pretty much unstoppable. Morant making the defense regret that physicality.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Penalty.
That's good from Morant.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Lets it fly. Newell can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 4. Morant outside. Morant takes off. Gordon with no one around. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
He takes it in. Here's Newell, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And here is Caruso. Gordon, the pass to Larson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Gordon.
Yeah, that's a strong finish there by Gordon. Right through the contact.
Here's Krejci, guarded by Morant. Here's Jovic, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Pass to Larson. Back to Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Now at the line, John Morant.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Oh, he got it to go!
That was incredible.
Oh, beats the buzzer from way down court. These fans are stunned.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Hawks lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
3/10 quarters behind us and more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Alex Caruso out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's John Morant. It's Najee in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Well, look, Johnson reads how the defense is playing it. Gets a little space coming off the pick. Nice play.
Launches it. A shot off that time. Atlanta leading by 6. Inside. Here's Newell. Can't connect from short range.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Krejci passes to Kispert. Here's Jovic. Pass to Newell. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Krejci. Here's Jovic. Buries it from three-point range. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Well, you know, Jovic has shot more threes as he's gotten more comfortable in the league.
Morant outside. Now here's Caruso. Kicks it out to Gordon. Morant outside. Back to Gordon. Three-pointer. Reggie with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Hawks passing it around. Jovic passes to Kispert. Johnson from outside.
A remarkable defender. Caruso also uses his deceptive vertical to his advantage to come up with blocks. Well, he might have been a little passive in the first half, but that's changed. I like this more aggressive approach.
Take a break. Take a break. Please shot.
And he makes the first. Khalil Ware's checked in for the Heat. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. And so he hits both. Here's Krejci. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Newell, 5 to shoot. Shoots. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Now here's Gordon. Pass to Caruso. Back to Gordon. To the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, yeah. Caruso has major spring to his game.
The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Krejci to the left wing. Kispert kicks to Johnson. Okongwu with a screen on Caruso. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Here's Larson, defended by Kispert. Power down with both hands.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive down there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He knows every possession is critical now.
Here come the new dancers, everybody. Let's get loud!
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. The Hawks leading. Here's Krejci. Over to the wing. Okongwu. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. To take the lead. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Down low. They need this one. And it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass to Morant. There's the triple. Larson, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Krejci. Now Okongwu. He's defended by Ware. It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. So it's Miami now. They trail by 3. Morant outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Kasparas Jakupovic. That one drops. He ties it up. Atlanta shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Here's Jakupovic. Pass to Johnson. Over Adebayo. Johnson can't hit.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Adebayo kicks to Ware. Back to Adebayo to take the lead. Rebound by Johnson. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Okongwu. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And yet we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really...
The previous play is under review.
Technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And that one falls for Okongwu.
Well, what I like most about Okongwu is his switchability defensively. He has the size to battle down low and the quickness to guard on the perimeter. Well, they're up one. You just hope that this free throw doesn't come back to haunt them.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Beasley for three. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. On defense, Atlanta sinks the three-pointer. Beasley's got the lead up to 2 now for Miami.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
He gets it in there.
And the big-time scoring night for Johnson continues. This guy has solidified himself as a very good prop.
Here's Alexander Walker. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Alexander Walker's got 18 points now here in the second half. The Hawks trail by 3. Johnson with a screen on Morant. Johnson dishes to Okongwu. And the shot goes down.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing.
And finished off by Morant.
Well, this kind of performance from Morant doesn't surprise anyone. He can score with the best of them.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pass to Jonas. Good on the three-point shot. Jonas has got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Morant outside. From the arc. And the Heat, another three.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
The Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Riziche. From downtown, another 3 for Atlanta.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Alexander Walker. And again, Miami with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Let's lose a 3. Rebounded by Beasley.
And I wouldn't put it past the guys to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Now, Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. It's tipped. Riziche up top. Okongwu. Count it.
I love the effort from Okongwu here. Taking ownership of an important possession.
Morant outside. Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
Well, Morant's built to go and showing what he's made of here in the clutch.
The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Jonas. Johnson fires. He's off from 3. And here's Morant. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Misses the 3. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. Now Okongwu. Oh, the dunk.
Yeah, Great to see Okongwu not only finding chances to score, but looking for more, not being satisfied with what he's done already.
Morant outside. Alexander Walker on the wing.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Okongwu. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Morant.
Well, that's why you give Morant the ball down the stretch. He does not fear the big moments.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Johnson outside. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson to tie it up. The three goes down.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think we're going to see here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here he goes.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Third team foul.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws are good. And it's a two-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this one.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. Now it's time to present our player of the game.